So as you heard from Marie, our most expensive auto insurance in America should get a little bit cheaper. At least that is the hope in light of the Senate passing a sweeping auto insurance reform package. You have some new options to choose from. No longer mandated to buy unlimited medical coverage. You could buy a $250,000 personal injury protection policy or $50,000 in PIP plus $200,000 for immediate hospital needs. Or if you're fortunate enough to have a health care plan that also covers auto injuries, you could opt out of the PIP portion of your auto insurance policy altogether. Senator Mike Shirkey, the Senate Majority Leader, one of those that worked very hard on crafting this package, and he joins us live this afternoon. Senator, you said it was coming quickly. I'm not sure I was prepared for 72 hours.
Yeah, I told you days, not weeks, but I could not give up the exact date because there were too many people who didn't know, guys. So
right.
Please forgive me.
No, I understand. So how much can we estimate for our listeners how much this could eventually lower their premiums?
So one of the biggest pushbacks on this particular bill was the fact that we did not have a mandated rollback. And the reason we couldn't have a mandated rollback is because never before have we crafted a bill where people have like dozens and dozens of choices that they're going to be able to make. And quite frankly, insurers will be able to offer all the additional choices. What you see in the bill are just the minimum offerings that they must offer, and I believe there will be plenty. So it's very difficult to estimate. It depends on your choices. But for instance, if you have health care available through your employer or otherwise, and you don't have expensive vehicles, and all you want is just minimum coverage on your vehicles, you could save 80%. If you want the best coverage that you can still get, and you want full collision and everything else, then your savings might be 15, 18, 20%. So it's a big range, Guy, and it all depends on what choices people make, which is exactly what we were trying to do. Give people choices at how much risk they want to take and how much they want to pay for auto insurance.
So how would you answer the critics that say this puts an awful lot of faith in auto insurers acting in a competitive manner, and that it also assumes that our state regulators will do a good job in regulating those premiums when they come over the transom?
Well, what I say is 49 other states have it figured out, and they all have far more competitive rates than we do. And if the regulators don't do their job, then the legislature is not doing its job.
Yeah.
At which time, then we need to provide that oversight, making sure that they're implementing the laws and the rules as intended by the statute. So I'm not at all concerned about what you just said. Plus, I believe we're going to get some brand new companies that do not vigorously sell insurance in Michigan right now because of our current law. Little companies like you may have heard of one like Geico.
Right. Yeah, they sell only bundled policies right now. They don't do a lot of standalone writing.
And I think them and others are going to apply a lot of, if we get this through the House and my governor signs it, I think those companies and others will just naturally have serious competitive pressure in our markets.
What is the prospects for passage both in the House and with the governor? I know you made some amendments to this to include blocking the use of gender and zip code in setting premiums, the so-called non-driving factors that has a lot of folks frustrated. That was an important concession, wasn't it?
We did gender. We did not do zip code. That was offered, and that was rejected.
Okay.
Yeah, and we also including marital status cannot be used as a driving factor, and I believe the House will likely add some additional ones to that list. Okay.
And in terms of, we know that from the medical side of things, they're going to complain that we're somehow abandoning the catastrophically injured if we only have a $250,000 cap on benefits and people choose that lower rate. What will happen to those folks if they exceed their benefit cap?
They will, rely back on their own personal assets. If they have to, they may go on to Medicaid or Medicare, and they also are allowed to litigate and sue for economic damages, which is something else that is not currently allowed. So, but Guy, it's really important to point this out. Our minimum requirement of $250,000 is 5 times what the maximum is in any other no-fault state.
Well, and as you pointed out, you will still have the option. I don't know if they'll be still offering it. I hope they will. For those of us that want to protect ourselves against being driven into the poorhouse, of buying additional insurance beyond $250,000. That will still be an option as well, correct?
There is no limitation as to what insurers can offer.
Okay.
If the market says, hey, if the market says, I want a policy that's $500,000 or I want a policy that's $1 million, they can offer it and they can properly price it without being subsidized by, the markets that are not forces that are not market driven.
Senator Shirkey, we know it's been a busy day. We appreciate your time, sir.
All right, thanks, Guy.